Gonzalez's in the supplemental report, there has been concerns in regards to Mr. Gonzalez's use of alcohol. Some failed to submit into his.
Whoa, did you catch that? The judge isn't sugarcoating it. She's basically saying, mess up again and you won't even get another hearing. You'll go straight to a motion to revoke. In legal terms, that means your probation could end instantly and jail time is next on the menu.
Initial interlock device. I spoke with Mr. Gonzalez and he has a couple of reasons that he would like to share with Mr. Gonzalez, and he has a couple of reasons I do have that he would like to share with the court, and a couple of recommendations. I do have.
All right. So what would you like to share with me?
A couple of recommendations.
We were asking, whether there was some periods.
So what would you like to share with me? Okay, so whenever you speak to me, you need to look me in the eye so I can read whether or not you're being honest with me, all right? You need to look me in the eye so I can what's going on with you, whether or not you're being honest with me, all right?
A vehicle collision when I was at work. I delivered
what's going on with you?
So there was an instance where I got into a vehicle collision when I was at work.
Everyone, please whisper. No, you're sort of mumbling a little bit. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Everyone, please whisper.
Yeah. So anyway,
no, you're sort of mumbling a little bit.
Medical issue that I had. I don't have a procedure done, so I wasn't. Yeah. So anyway, so there was and then medical issue that I had a procedure done there where they had ripped off my catalytic converters to my vehicle, and then there was an instance there where they had ripped off my catalytic converters to my vehicle, so I had to send the vehicle in.
For you not testing to the vehicle.
Yeah, because there was a couple windows there that she was asking me about.
For you not testing to the explain the alcohol.
Yeah, because there was a couple windows there that she was asking me about. Got careless, I don't know how else to describe it. I've been on the program for a while. I just got careless, I don't know how else to describe it. I've been on the program for a while.
So did you call probation and tell them you had a accident and somebody stole your catalytic converter? Probation and tell them you had a accident and somebody stole your catalytic converter. I'm not going to be testing because here's the reason I'm not testing. You call them and say, I'm not going to be testing because here's the reason I'm not testing. And when you don't do things, what ends up happening is motions to revoke are filed. You're on probation. And when you don't do things, what ends up happening is motions to revoke. And they would just say, file a motion to revoke. Now, and then you would have been taken into custody. Either you would have made bond or you motion to revoke. Or you would not have been able to. And then you would have been taken into custody. Either you would have made bond or you not. Or you would not have been able to make bond. I don't think you want to lose your.
This is where most defendants lose ground. Judges don't like surprises, especially when probation officers are left in the dark. Think about it. If your job depended on showing up, would you just not call your boss after an accident? Same logic applies here.
Job from that, so maybe you lose your job that you are taking. I don't think you want to lose your job. Actions. They're not telling me that you want to successfully complete probation. You are taking are not good. What you're telling me is you want to be revoked. That you want to successfully complete probation. So no, that's what I'm getting because you're not staying in contact with probation and you're drinking alcohol. That's what I'm getting because you're not staying in contact with probation and you're drinking alcohol. It could be for anything. It could have absolutely nothing to do with alcohol. On probation, let's say it could be for anything. It could have absolutely nothing to do with alcohol. You never use drugs. Let's say it's a whatever it may be. Has absolutely nothing to do with alcohol. According to the law, you never use drugs. Probation. Whatever you're not allowed to drink according alcohol, to the law in Texas, and when you're on probation going on with you, that's the reason why you're on ignition interlock, period. So what I'm going to tell you is that's the reason why you're on ignition interlock. So what I'm going to tell you compliance hearings for you, there may just be a submission of a motion to revoke. There may not be any more compliance hearings. I'm going to sign it. There may just be a submission of a motion to revoke, and then we will hear your case. I'm going to sign it, and they will pick you up wherever you may be. And then we will hear your case. Do you understand? All right. What are you suggesting?
And Judge, what I am suggesting interlock device is currently
ignition interlock. Quick breakdown. It's that breathalyzer device installed in your car that won't let the engine start if you've been drinking. Basically, a rolling lie detector for alcohol. So when the judge points to it, she's saying this isn't random, it's a direct result of his choices.
Test windows for the ignition interlock device that being currently 5 times a day, 3 times a day. Weekly drug tests that being increased to 5 times a day, 30 to 45 days. Weekly drug tests and an extension of the device for however long. And an extension of the device
Just give me one moment. Let me find this. Just give me one moment. Let me find this. All right.
And Judge, I just have a couple more things.
All right. Let me put this.
And Judge, I just have a couple more things.
Let me put this. And I'm sorry, you wanted weekly drug testing for how long?
30 to 45
And
days.
I'm sorry, you wanted weekly drug testing for how long? All right, and then what else are you asking for?
Judge, in reviewing his file.
All right, and then what else are you asking for?
Completed, reviewing conditions were signed. I did notice the tap was completed and amended conditions were signed. For him to go through the intensive outpatient reviewing the file. I don't see that over support meetings in the treatment or referral reviewing the file. I don't see that. I would also recommend in the treatment or referral has been sent. So I would also recommend intensive outpatient treatment.
All right, is there anything else? All right, so we're gonna try. All right, is there anything else? See how it works with you. All right, so we're gonna try issues this and see how it works with you. Probation. If there are issues, you need to contact potentially probation because you're looking at potentially. Just one moment. Yeah. I'm printing something over there. If you could grab it for me. Yeah. I'm printing something over there. 2 years in the state jail facility for what you're charged with. And when you go to the state jail facility, 2 years in the state jail facility, for what you're charged with. In order to go to the state jail facility, that's day for daytime. You understand? In order to be successful on probation, if you do not communication is follow through. A motion to revoke is going to be filed. If you do not follow through, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
All right, do better, okay? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
All right.
Ooh, 2 years. Day for day, no parole. That's Texas law for state jail felonies. Unlike prison time, you don't shave off days for good behavior. Every sunrise, every sunset, you're serving it. That's why the judge keeps hammering the importance of communication.
Do better, okay? All right, thank you. Let me see what I have.
Have this from.
Let me see what I have.
Have this from.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Who is the person on this?
Ashley Jones for the state.
All right. The court is calling the person on this 2024 CR01. All right. The court is calling 991W State 2024 CR01. Stewart, could I have 991W State versus Kiska? Stewart, could I have parties announce?
I am. Ashley Jones for the state.
All right. We are here. Defense has filed a motion to terminate community supervision. All right, we are here. Defense has filed a motion to terminate community supervision. Since December 19th, the defendant has been placed on community supervision. And it was for a period of 18 months. December 19th, 2020. State, are you in agreement? And it was for a period of 18 months. State, are you in agreement?
You're not, Your Honor, just based on
right.
the
Yes, Judge.
offense.
So this was a case, it's out of your court, but it was reduced to a
All
misdemeanor.
right.
She was
Yes,
placed
Judge.
on deferred
So
adjudication
this
for
was a
18
case,
months.
it's out
As
of your
today,
court,
she's
but
been
it was
on nearly
reduced to a
10
misdemeanor.
months. She was
Um,
placed on
even
deferred
since
adjudication for 18 months. So as of today,
supplemental
she's been
report
on
that you're
nearly
looking
10
at
months.
was completed.
Even
She's
since
also-
she has
the
completed her community
supplemental
service
report
hours,
that
I
you're
provided
looking
the
at
state
was
a copy
completed.
of her donation
She's
that
also-
she
she
made
has
to the
completed
Texas
her
Advocacy
community
Project
service hours.
for
I provided the
$309.
state a copy of her
She's
donation
completed
that
her
she made
BIP.
to the
She's
Texas Advocacy
she has now
Project
completed
for
her community
$309.
service. She's completed her BIP. There's been no concerns. She has now completed her violating any no contact or no harmful or injurious contact orders. As you can see, there's been no concerns. She's up to date on her any no contact or no harmful or injurious contact orders. She's up to date on her fees. We're asking the court, she has a young child and she's trying to go to school, cosmetology. We're asking the court, she has a young child and she's trying to go to school. Since she has been on more than half of the term, we're asking the court to consider our request for early termination. Since she has been on more than half of the term, we're asking the court to consider our request for
I
early
will
termination.
strongly consider terminating you. On December, because I will strongly put you at a year. Terminating you, and what I would like is I would like that will put you at a year to be contacted and to be notified. What I would like if you have no violations, complainant to be everything is fine to be notified. If you have no violations and everything is fine, December, I will terminate her.
If this not only the BIP, I've also completed Vent program with the Peace Initiative, as well as not only the BIP, I've also completed fatherhood campaign program through the Peace Initiative, as well as the fatherhood. Being able to get fatherhood campaign early would give me the opportunity to renew my Texas. Being able to get off license, my health and life insurance. With Medicare coming up, that is a huge opportunity not only for me, but for my son to be able to provide for Medicare coming up. That open enrollment ends not only December, but so for my son to be able to provide for him. License. Open enrollment ends December. What date does it end in December? So it starts October 15th, and I believe it ends.
When you say it ends December, what date does it end in December?
So it starts October 15th, and I believe it ends. But there's a
all right. If somebody bring me 2-month proof that it ends at the beginning of December, if somebody bring me proof that it ends. Y'all bring me proof of that, then I will consider early termination. And if y'all bring me proof of that, what I need is I will consider early termination. This is what I want you to take away from today. What I need is if there are no violations, this is what I want you to take away from today. If there are no violations, reach out to the complainant and let them know. State in November, you're going to have to reach out to the complainant and let them know. There's proof that early enrollment in November, if there are no violations, December 1st, and if there's proof, then she's going to be terminated in November.
Yes, Your Honor.
December 1st, then early enrollment she's going to be terminated in November 1st. If it's at the end of December, if December 19th, if that's during the week, 1st, if it's at the end of December, if there are no violations. December 19th, if that's during the week, she's going to be terminated if there are no violations.
So will I need to file another motion or the court will terminate?
No, it will be done.
Okay, Judge, so will I need to file another motion? Or
So
the court
probate, the only thing probation will need to provide to me in November, Ms. Abrams. So probate, the only thing probation will need to provide to me in November. You won't even need to be, you won't even need to appear. The state will have plenty of time to have contact. You won't even need to be, you won't even need to appear. The state will have plenty of time to have contacted the complainant to let them know that your probation will be terminated.
With this, it is my son's father, and we're also going through a custody battle right now. So with warning him, with the ammunition, my son's father, and we're also going through a custody battle right now. So with warning him,
just tell
this
you,
might be ammunition to,
I understand. Let me just tell you. I've done CPS cases. I've done family violence cases. I understand when there are custody issues. This is what I'm telling you. I've done family. If there are no violations, I understand when there are going to be terminated. This is what I'm telling you. The only issue with the court now is like the length of time. You're going to be terminated. I do realize that the only issue with the court now is like the length of time. As and I do realize that I only handle cases don't come to felony court. That this case was something else. And I only handle pled down maybe to a misdemeanor. Me that this case was something else. What I'm telling you is pled down maybe to a misdemeanor. No violations, no report from what I'm telling probation that there are any issues. Your attorney won't have to come in and file a new motion. From you won't have probation that there are any issues. Your attorney won't have to come in and file termination, and I will sign it. You won't have to come in and probation will submit to me the early termination, and I will sign it. Because anytime I do early termination, whatever the termination it is, because anytime I do early termination, I let whatever the termination it is, I don't. Even I want the complainant to know, so there won't be any issues if somebody sees someone. I don't. I want the complainant to know, so there won't be any issues if somebody new cases being filed, and I don't want that to happen. Then that sometimes will result in new cases being filed, and I don't want that to happen. Let me look at the calendar here.
Judge, can I have a date, November?
Let me look at the calendar. Norma, what date do you want? In November. Let's do, Norma, what date do you want? The middle of November. In November. Of course, I want it before Thanksgiving. We can do the middle of November. Of course, I want it before Thanksgiving. All right, November 17th. And then if you want to November 17th, Lindsay, you can stop in. And then, but Ms. Abrams will give it to me and I will sign it if there are no violations. Lindsay, you can stop in. Whether it's signed or not, Ms. Abrams will give it to me and I will sign it if there are no violations. If there are no violations, and by no violations, I mean no positive UAs dependent upon you. Prescription. If there are no violations, and by no violations, I mean no positive UAs, then no contact. If there's a no harm for injuries order, if there's a no harm for injuries, no contact. If there's a no harm for injuries order, no harm, and then you won't have to come in on that day unless your attorney wants you in that day. No picking up any new cases, and then you won't have to come in on that day unless your attorney wants you in that day. So I know what I said, but my mind is still trapped, so I'll remember it anyway, and it's in my notes. So I know what I said, but my mind is still trapped, so I'll remember it anyway.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Yes. No, she doesn't. She's going to provide that to her attorney. But if there are no violations, we'll terminate her on November 17th. So we'll to her put it on the docket. But if there are no violations, we'll terminate her on November 17th. So we'll put it on the docket, but she doesn't have to appear.
Mr. Romero, how are you? Mr. Romero, how are you?